If you're in a relationship that is less than 6 months old, then you're in the honeymoon phase. Most relationships only last 3 to 6 months, I hate to tell you. And that's because it takes that long for your issues to really come to the surface. It's like, unfortunately, the whole psychology of human beings is that when you first meet somebody, you're so excited. Like when you connect with somebody, it's hard to connect with somebody. And then like, what a great, amazing time. But there's an awful lot of people out there that have only relationships that last 3 to 6 months because that's the only part that they're good at, right? So if you've been in this relationship for less than 6 months and you think this is the one, it's so amazing, you haven't fought at all, this is just like the most perfect relationship, be careful. I'm not saying that it's not. However, it takes about 6 months usually for someone's issues to come to the surface. And it happens because you're in a great relationship. Most of us are out there looking hard for like the one. We're all looking for that happy relationship. So when you finally find it, it calms that need and the next issue comes to the surface, right? Like there's an awful lot of single people out there that are so busy searching for that relationship and so distracted by the fact that they're not in a relationship and trying to find a relationship that when they do find it, that needs taken care of, the next one comes to the surface. And that's exactly how it usually works. When the big need that you've been focused on gets taken care of, the next one has room to come to the surface. And unfortunately, that's frequently what tears relationships apart. So you need to stay calm and empowered if your relationship starts to change. And try not to get insecure about it and get in your head. Try to keep your feet firmly on the ground and ask questions and give space. Because it's usually anxiety and you can't fix someone else's problem. So if this relationship starts to get different, recognize it's because an issue has come up and it's something that they need to work through, and they might be completely unaware of it. It might be completely subconscious, but you need to not engage with it in letting your own insecurities get to you so that you make it worse. Because all too often people have commitment issues and they start to pull away, and it makes the other person a little more needy, and it tears the relationship apart. If you're in a relationship that's less than 6 months and you're really enjoying it, enjoy it. But keep your thoughts in today. Don't run away with your thoughts of marriage and future, and please don't get married. No one should get married unless they know each other for a minimum of a year, ideally 2, because it really takes that long to recognize if your issues are going to come up and are you really right for each other. And I think unfortunately all too often people run off and get married because everything was blissful and they hadn't had a fight and it's all good. And then all sorts of issues come up for them, but now they've already gotten married and they don't know what to do about it. And then they get divorced. It's why you see like some celebrities, right? They're only married for like days. They counted in days. It's because the marriage stimulated some issue for them that they didn't know that they had. So save yourself a lot of anxiety. Don't go running off and marry somebody just because it's amazing now if you've been together for less than 6 months. The first 3 to 6 months of a relationship are amazing, but unfortunately a lot of them end after that. And I think you really need to get past that phase before you really know what your relationship is and how right you are for each other.